Shalom, dear viewers. Welcome to the Raptor News channel. Hamas's two admiral tunnels found in the heart of Gaza. The biggest operation against the largest three-story Hamas tunnel in the entire Gaza Strip has officially begun. The IDF has entered the Shajaya area. But the most important report of the last period will not end here. We will quickly turn our eyes to the Rafah line. The site of the second Admiral Tunnel was discovered on the border with Egypt. Two of the biggest tunnels, the so-called jugular veins of Hamas, were penetrated by Israel's most elite units, and fierce clashes broke out. But the network of tunnels found is so large that the Israeli media said that even our soldiers could not hide their surprise. If you are ready, let's quickly move on to our video without wasting any more time. First of all, we will turn our eyes to the center of Gaza, Shajaya. Yesterday, I shared with you in my video that Hamas has turned UNRWA facilities into terror headquarters, and yesterday the IDF raided the UNRWA headquarters in the south of Gaza and completely cleared the area. But as I mentioned in my video, the most important event in this process was not the neutralization of hundreds of Hamas members, but the secret intelligence reports obtained as a result of the operation. With the seizure of these reports, the largest terror tunnels in the Gaza Strip, which had been undetected for months, were officially entered. The IDF's elite units then entered the Shajaya area and immediately began the major operation at dawn. According to the Israel Defense Forces, 6 tunnels belonging to Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad were destroyed during the latest operation in the Shajaya neighborhood of Gaza City, which began less than 2 weeks ago. 3 more tunnels were discovered in the process and are currently being mapped and demolished. One of the destroyed tunnels is believed to be Palestinian Islamic Jihad's main tunnel in Gaza City and is 2.5 kilometers long. The tunnel was used for command and control, and the IDF found laptops, weapons, and intelligence materials inside, indicating that it was still being used by the terror group in recent times. It is believed that these terror tunnels were actively used for almost all attack plans. In addition, the tunnel network is so deep and extensive that it contains command centers, meeting rooms, and headquarters. The operation was led by the 98th Division in Shujaya. The operation was launched after the IDF identified Hamas militants regrouping in the area and obtained new information about the terrorist organization's existing infrastructure. The IDF first operated in Shajaya in the early months of its ground offensive against Hamas and announced in December that it had disbanded the terrorist organization's local battalion there. The army last returned to the neighborhood in Gaza City in April as it shifted its operations in the Gaza Strip to targeted raids against attempts by terror groups to regroup. The Israel Defense Forces 98th Division discovered several tunnels in the Shajaya neighborhood, including a significant Hamas tunnel in the heart of the neighborhood and numerous attack tunnels dug towards Israel. Division discovered several tunnels in the Shajaya neighborhood, including a major Hamas tunnel in the heart of the neighborhood and numerous attack tunnels dug towards Israel. 2 of these tunnels were found to be very close to the Israeli border barrier, but did not cross into Israeli territory, but were reportedly the largest tunnels found to date. In total, at least 6 kilometers of tunnels were destroyed in Shajaya. The latest operation in the area was highly effective, with soldiers uncovering nearly 9 large tunnels in just 12 days. The operation began with a raid on a training complex in Shajaya, which the IDF claimed was being used by Hamas. Approximately 100 armed men were hidden in the training complex. According to military sources, when the IDF arrived, most of the gunmen fled, leaving behind their weapons and valuable intelligence equipment. It was reported that the intelligence gathered by troops in Shajaya provided the IDF with information about Hamas's efforts to regroup and its infrastructure in the area. In the process, it was reported that more than 150 members of the terrorist organization were neutralized by Israeli troops in Shajaya. But the biggest news came from Rafah. The second Admiral Terror Tunnel goes all the way to the Egyptian border and consists of 3 floors. Israeli media reported that even Israeli elite units could not hide their surprise at the size of the tunnel network. It is worth noting that the terror tunnel network in Rafah is even bigger than the tunnel network in Shejaiya. According to Israeli media reports, Israeli authorities have uncovered a massive Hamas tunnel stretching from the Gaza Strip into Egyptian territory. The tunnel is reportedly unprecedented in its breadth and complexity, revealing Hamas's sophisticated underground infrastructure. Israeli soldiers were reportedly stunned by the tunnel's 3 levels. According to a recent report in Israel Hayom, there are numerous tunnels running from Gaza to Egypt, some reaching 3 stories high. Hamas uses a pipeline system to maintain proper oxygen levels in the tunnels. Although they were built without the knowledge of Israel or Egypt, this sophisticated network of tunnels linking Gaza to Egypt demonstrates Hamas's vast underground capabilities. An Israeli official, speaking on condition of anonymity, confirmed the existence of the 3-story tunnels from Gaza to Egyptian territory. The Israeli army is currently excavating and expanding the tunnel in preparation for future tunnels. While this tunnel network continues to be investigated by the IDF, the entire network of tunnels of the terrorist organization on the northern line has been destroyed. In the process, it has become clear that Hamas is actively using these tunnels to cross into Egypt. We will therefore wait for the IDF's investigation, but it is very difficult and dangerous to completely destroy such large structures, the so-called Admiral tunnels. It would therefore make sense for the IDF to flood the tunnels, as the Egyptian army has done before. With the help of large hoses and pumps, seawater from the Mediterranean Sea could be piped directly into the tunnels. In this way, if there are unexplored places in the tunnels, they will collapse completely. Secondly, I think that these tunnels can be rendered unusable with sponge bombs after they have been completely destroyed with explosives. Because although the tunnels have been investigated, the terrorist organization has booby-trapped almost every point. Sponge bombs or flooding the tunnels with water would be quite logical to ensure complete control and cleanliness in these tunnels. Now, Hamas's most important and largest tunnels have fallen. The IDF has almost complete control over the Gaza Strip. At least I would say that the IDF is now in full control of the most important points. But the tension continues to grow day by day. We have come to the end of another video. As we come to the end of our video, I would like to briefly remind you that we are constantly monitoring and presenting up-to-date and accurate news for you. Our news includes reports from more than 100 regional correspondents and information from military public information systems. It is worth mentioning that we work more than 15 hours every day. If you would like to contribute, please click on the Super Thanks button. Your donations allow us to bring our news to a wider audience and improve the quality of our reporting. Liking the video and leaving comments are other ways to support us. We look forward to seeing what the future holds and thank you for your support. Thank you for watching and have a great day.